guys, and we're going over the soul mines for Night Fae for rating. So Night Fae will be your default conduit you go or covenant you go for rating. It's very strong. Dreamweaver is pretty good, but the circle that you put down is really hard to stand in. So we go Naya because Naya is just better because it's passive. The first trait you'll get is Growth Invigoration, which is gives you a stack of rejected anima every time you do damage. So every time you do damage, you get a stack of rejected anima. This thing can overlap. So that's good. When you pop your Wild Spirits, it gives you 16 automatically, so it gives you a bunch of health and a bunch of mastery, which, you know, good in raids. Mastery is very strong for Markmens right now. Next one will be a Potency Conduit, which is Sharpshooter Focus, which increases your True Shot duration, which is very strong. Having a longer cooldown is always better. The next one will be Run Without Tiring while in Chill Shape, you regenerate 5% of your max health every 3 seconds. And then your next one will be Reversal of Fortune, which every time you interrupt will grant you focus, which is, focus. No, running out of focus sucks, so getting more back is even better. Natural Splinter has a chance to obtain leather, meat, and fish, basically stuff for professions while you're killing things that you'll experience your honor. Your next one will be Endurance Conduit, which when Fading Death ends, you take 11.8% reduced damage for 8 seconds. Very strong in raids, you know, taking less damage is always good, especially in raids, helping your healers out. Next one will be Marksman Advantage, which when you Hunter Mark people, it'll reduce the damage they do by 8.5%, which is very strong. Like I said, less damage in raid, it's always good. Needle's Tools Burrs will be your next trait, and it's basically a trap that goes underneath the target, and as they pop it, it does 5,600 nature damage to them over 6 seconds, which, you know, more damage. Always good. The next one will be Spirit of Entombment. It's for your Wild Spirits, and increases the damage your Wild Spirits does. Which is really strong for, you know, raiding. You want more damage means less time the boss is up, faster you kill it. Next one will be Critically Called Shot. When you critically strike, you gain 20% movement speed for 5 seconds, so more movement in raid, which is very strong, you know. Getting out of mechanics, staying out of mechanics is always a good thing. Next one will be an Endurance Conduit, which is a Rejuvenating Wind. It makes your Exhilaration heal you over time, basically, which is very, very helpful. If you pop that, then your healers don't have to worry about you for a while because they can see that you're healing yourself. It's always strong to be able to help healers out. The last part of it is Bonded Hearts. Gaining a stack of rejected anima from Growth Invigoration heals up to 5 nearby allies for 2% of their health, up to a maximum of 2,000 health if any of the infected allies are of another covenant. Rejected anima's mastery and maximum health effects are increased by 50% for 5 seconds. So, you know, more mastery, more health is always good in raids to survive fights. Mastery is a very strong stat for Marksman Hunter, so it's definitely good for raiding. So this will be your raiding soulbind that you will always use. You can use Dreamweaver if you want. It's just you got to remember that she's going to pop a circle underneath you, and you have to stay in that circle to gain the haste it gives you. I can show you right now, actually. So yeah, and so basically you'll run different potency conduits. I have the wrong potency conduits in, but this won't be here. But yeah, here it is. Wild Spirit puts fire at your feet for 24 seconds. It increases your haste by 15% while you're standing in them. So, like I said, it's another one of those things that pops up during a mechanic, and you're not getting that haste because you can't stand in it. And then our Dream Delver, which is dealing damage or healing target grants you 1% increased damage or healing to that target for 4 seconds up to 3%. Now, this procs off Exhilaration and your damage. So, the damage, obviously gives you more damage, but the healing component of it will pop off your Exhilaration and will heal you for more, which is, good. But like I said, it's all down to that having to move during a raid fight, which is not good. Especially if it lands in a mechanic, or you drop it and the mechanic lands on you right after you drop it, and then you have to go out of it. So it's better to run Nia because you have more passive stuff that's going to help you in raid. And that will be your soulbind for a raid. Alright guys, we're going to the soulbind for Kyrian. So Kyrian is what you'll be running during Mythic Plus. So it's one of the best soulbinds. It's Pelagos. So basically you'll start off with Common Meditation. Resonating Arrow increases your mastery by 315 for 10 seconds, and occasionally spells Sorrowful Memories. Walking through these Sorrowful Memories extends this effect by 3 seconds. So you, like I said, mastery is obviously really good for Marksman Hunters, so you want to stack that mastery as much as you can. Your passive abilities deal with 50.2% increased damage to enemies inside your Resonating Arrow. That'll be your first potency conduit. The next two will be, or the next three, one will be Deadly Chain, which will be a potency conduit, which increases your secondary damage and is increased by Trick Shot. by 17%, so that's more damage. Things die faster. The next two are endurance conduits, which are basically the same ones you run as raid, just taking one less damage. The next one's gonna be let go of the past, which basically every time you use an ability, it gives you magic damage reduction, which is good for, like I said, taking less damage in Mythic Plus is amazing. Your next one will be a potency conduit, powerful precision. Precise shots increase the damage of your next arcane shot or multi-shot by additional 17%. More damage, things die faster. The next one will be better together, which is a trait. During combat, moving within 3 yards of a party raid member inspires you both, increasing your mastery by 40 for 1 minute. Like I said, mastery is great for marksman hunters, so you're getting more mastery as much as you can. Condensed Anima Spear is your next one. It's a endurance conduit. It basically just heals you for 5% of your health, and every 10 seconds that can occur. So you take damage, you heal. They got 10 second cooldown, and then it'll take damage again. After that 10 seconds, you'll heal again. So it's very good. So having those like passive healing buffs are really strong. Helping your healer. That's all it's about. Like doing the plus, you want to push keys, you got to make sure you help your healer out. Make sure you stay alive, which just helps the healer out more. And that is your soulbind for Kyrian. Alright, we're going over your talents. You'll be running Mythic Plus and Raid. So right now I think the talents are all the same for Mythic Plus and Raid. Going to look real quick to make sure, but yeah, I think this is the same build you'll be running Mythic Plus. In 1 second. Did I click talents? I thought I clicked talents. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so no. Okay, so this is the talents you'll be running for Raid. So, Master Marksman, your ranged special attacks critically strikes, cause the target to bleed for an additional 15% of the damage dealt over 6 seconds, For damage, aim shot deals bonus 50% bonus damage to targets above 7% health. Natural mending, which means basically your healing cooldown back faster. Steady shot gives you more haste for, if you get it twice, you get 14% haste. Okay, never mind. So it is, if you use it twice in a row, you get 7% haste for 15 seconds. So that's still good. 7% haste is good. Disengage also frees you from movement pattern effects, increases your movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. Double tap, your next aim shot will fire a second time instantly at 100% power without consuming focus, or your rapid fire. Or your next rapid fire will shoot 100% additional shots during this channel. And then volley, which is when you volley down of arrows down over 6 seconds, link up to 10,000 physical damage to any enemy in the air and gain the effects of trick shot for this, as long as the volley is active. So as long as that volley is active, you have trick shots up, so you can use those to hit other targets and just do a lot of AoE damage. So that would be your rated one. It looks like so for first row stays the same for Mythic Plus. Second row is explosive shot, camouflage. These two are a toss-up because camouflage doesn't work very well sometimes, and it's better just used in Viz pot. This one's better because it gives you your healing cooldown back faster, so keep yourself up more. And like I said, everything about helping healers and make their lives a little bit easier. That's what I would take. I wouldn't take camouflage because camouflage doesn't even work that well, and it's probably better just to use a potion. You take streamline. Rapid fire damage increased by 15%. Rapid fire also causes your next aim shot to cast 30% faster. Post haste. Obviously the same as raid. Double tap. And volley will be the so this will be your build for Mythic Plus, and this will be your build for raid. So this is raid. And this is Mythic Plus. So only 2 challenges really changed, so pretty good. It's not that many talents changing, which is kind of nice. So this will be your Mythic Plus build again, and this will be your raid build. And that is your talents you'll be running 9.2 for raid and Mythic Plus. Alright guys, we're back again and finish up the video. So we're going to go with a legendary check. So legendary will be Unity, Iron Word on the belt, and your wrist will be your class legendary. So your wrist or your belt legendary, which is really awesome. So no matter when you're doing raid or Mythic Plus, if you're switching your covenant for Night Fae for the raid, it'll swap to the covenant abilities thing. And you can see right here I got Pack of the Soul Stars from the Tyrion. So once I go over here, we'll go over this one first. This is your best thing once you get 4 set. I think it's 2 set too, but it might be the Surging Shots legendary. I already had Forset, so this is what it told me that it was the best legendary for when you have Forset, which is Wrist-Taps of the Unblinking Vigil. When you gain the Trick Shot's effect, you have a 50% chance to refund a charge of aim shot and cause your next aim shot not to consume any focus. So, and that's the one you always use, right into the plus of the mana. So that's really nice. I really like that you don't have to change your actual legendaries. But I'll show you right here. So I've got the actual Kyrian ability. Now I'll switch to the Night Fae ability, and you'll see it change.
What fun you're about to
have! To rebuild. There you go. It changed to Wild Spirits. And that's what I really like about this new legendary. It just changed automatically, and it's so nice. And the same thing with tier sets. I mean, like right now I'm sitting in my Markmens tier set. That's what I'm playing right now. If I swap to Beast Mastery. It'll change my tier set to the actual Beastmaster tier set. Really cool, I love it. It's so nice. It's so nice that you don't have to farm more stuff, you know, like okay, I got the tier set for survival, and I gotta get the tier set for marksman. Super nice, but sorry I'm getting off track here. But yeah, so that's the legendary you use. It'll swap between the covenants when you switch them for Mythic Plus and Raid, and that's your best when you get the Forset. And that is your legendaries. So this next part we're going to talk about gear. So basically you want to get your Forset as you can. Very easy to get. As long as you run them on as Mythic Plus, you can actually take those Mythic Plus gears. If you get like your helmet, your shoulders, your chest, your hands, you can turn them into tier set. So that's really nice. I think feet too is tier set, I'm not sure. But yeah, you get the pieces all together, and then it gives you get Valor and you can upgrade them. I'm really not a big fan of the Valor system, but it's cool. But you have to have 2,000 cosmic, well, 1,500 cosmic flux each piece, I believe, to get them turned into tier set, and then your legendary is only 2,000 to max upgrade. So it's a lot of farming cosmic flux, but so this is pretty much a gear I'm running right now. I know I don't have a lot of best things, but they work. Incorruptible Quantum Device is pretty strong for Marksman. Basically, if you use it before you take any damage, it uses the stash part of it, so that's really good. And then my other one's passive, which is really nice. I love passive trinkets; they're amazing. But yeah, and the thing that wins out is item level is always going to be good for you. Agility, except for when it comes to rings and stuff like that. You know, you can go with whatever stats you need, if you can get them. Gear's hard to get, and that is what you'd be running. The next part we're going to go over, your enchants. So you'll be running primary stats on the chest, 20 stamina, 30 leech on the cloak. Your bow, you want to use optical target embiggener. It's a actual scope that you can find on the auction house, and they sell them. They're pretty cheap, so they're easy to get. I stacked a bunch of them. For your rings, you want mastery, obviously. And then your boots will be the 15 agility enchants, and that's your enchants. Your food, you want to use the master crit food. I use irresistible ravioli with applesauce. And I'm not sure, I don't think I actually have the crit food, yeah. I don't have the crit food. And then you want to use your spectral flash for power. And these are all your consumables you want to be using. And like I said, you don't do Shadow Coral because you already have a... you use Shadow Coral. That was what it was. That's what I was missing tonight. Okay, so you use Shadow Coral and Phantom Fire Potion. You combine those together, it shoots out a thing at your target doing 1,700 Shadow Flame damage. So that's very strong. Those are when you're doing keys and stuff. But that is all your consumables and enchants that you will need.